Let's start with potato selection. Yukon Gold or russet potatoes are good options, but depending on where you are in the world, the potato varieties available to you may differ. Basically, you want to use an all-purpose potato that is more floury and less starchy. Once you've selected your potatoes, use a fork to prick many small holes in the potatoes, as this allows steam to escape and prevents the potatoes from exploding during the cooking process. You could either cook the potatoes in a microwave set on the highest power for between 8 to 10 minutes, or you can bake the potatoes in an oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour. The potatoes are ready when your fork easily pierces through the interior. Once cooked through, immediately cut the potatoes into quarters and lay them flesh side up to allow more steam and moisture to escape as they cool. Once the potatoes have cooled and most of the steam has escaped, use a spoon to scoop out the flesh into a container. Cover with plastic film and refrigerate at least for a few hours until the potatoes are completely cooled. Once cooled, you can rice the potatoes the traditional way using a potato ricer, or you can speed things up by using a food processor with the grating disc attachment. Grate the cold potatoes. When all the potatoes are grated, remove from the food processor into a container and change from the grating disc attachment to the all-purpose metal blade. Just make sure that you're using the all-purpose metal blade and not the plastic dough blade, because we want to cut through the mixture and incorporate the flour quickly before the dough becomes glutinous. Also, we don't add salt to the dough because salt strengthens and tightens the gluten structure, and we want to avoid that. Weigh out 250 grams of potatoes back into the processor and add 30 grams of sifted flour. Depending on how well your potatoes have dried out and the type of potatoes you're using, you may need to adjust accordingly and add more flour. Give the processor a few quick pulses, just enough to incorporate the flour into the potatoes and nothing more. Then remove it onto a work surface and repeat the process with the remaining potatoes. Then mix by folding and pressing, but do not knead the dough. Once it all comes together and the dough is formed, cut the dough into 4 pieces and set aside. Begin to roll out one dough segment at a time into a cylindrical shape. Depending on how big or small you like your gnocchi, you can roll out the dough to between 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter. Then, using a bench scraper or a small knife, cut the dough into gnocchi-sized pieces. Your gnocchi is basically ready at this stage, but you can take it a step further by shaping it. For the classic shape, use your thumb and press it against the tines of a fork. Give it one press to flatten slightly, and then roll it in a downward rolling motion to shape it. This shape holds the most sauce and it's my favorite, but if you want an easier and faster option, you can just leave it as it is after cutting or roll it into a small ball. Also, you can use the back of a teaspoon to press into the center of the gnocchi to create a crater. Once you have rolled, cut and shaped all your gnocchi, you can cook them immediately, but if you want to store them for later use, place them on a floured tray and sieve more flour over the top to prevent them from sticking together. You can store them in the refrigerator if using within a reasonable time, or in the freezer if storing for longer periods. If cooking immediately, melt some butter in a wide heavy bottom pan. Sauté some thinly sliced garlic over medium heat and add a sprig of thyme. Before the garlic starts to brown, add some vegetable stock and about 30 grams of cold unsalted butter. If you don't have vegetable stock, you can always use chicken stock or even just water. Crack some black pepper and add a pinch of salt. In the meantime, bring a pot of water to boil and add salt. My preference is about 1 to 1.2% of salt to water, but anywhere from 0.5 to 2% of salt will work depending on your salt tolerance. Blanch the gnocchi, and when they start to float, that's an indication that they are cooked. Once all the gnocchi are floating, remove with a spider strainer and add to the pan with the garlic and thyme. Toss it and allow the stock to reduce to the point where it glazes the gnocchi and turn off the heat. Plate it and finish with some freshly shaved Parmigiano Reggiano to add a hint of sharp and complex nutty flavor. The beauty of a dish like this is its simple yet elegant flavors. Enjoy it and check out this video over here for more easy gourmet recipes that you can cook at home. Till next time folks, cheers!